right, we're going to look at the reading fill in the blanks, practice number 7. Now, this one right here, if you take a look, we don't really have difficult vocabulary, right? So we're pretty much just going to use grammar. Of course, when we practice together, we use grammar. When you do it, you can base it on feeling, but your feelings better be right. Now, if you take a look at the first one, I have been. After I have been, there are 3 types of words you can put in there. All right. This could be passive, so it's PP, past participle, or third form. It can be continuous. I have been doing, I have been studying, right? So it can be ing, or I have been angry, I have been hungry. You can have adjective. So those are 3 different types of words. So it makes it a little bit difficult, right? However, if you take a look at the options, we don't have any INGs, right? Do you see any INGs? Nope. And on top of that, you also don't see any adjectives. So that leaves us with PP. So we have how many? We have said and we have told. Which one sounds good to you? I have been said, I have been told. Now, if you're confused, if one of them does not jump out at you, you want to recreate this as an active voice. Why? Because this right here is passive, right? I have been told. That means the I is the object of the sentence in active voice. So let's change I to me. Me is the object. So let's just say she. Which one sounds good? She said me, she told me. Now, how does that sound? I hope you agree that told was the better answer, right? In the active voice, it was much easier, right? She told me, because you could never, ever, ever say she said me. Hell nah. So I have been told is the correct answer. Now next, this one right here, we have a to. When we have a to, you're most likely going to look for infinitive. And this is one of those because we don't have a gerund. In one of our classes, we talked about how after to, we can have a gerund. Basically, we need a noun. So 2 things we don't have are nouns or gerunds. So we're looking straight up for infinitive, meaning a base verb, a verb with no S, no ED, no ING. How many of those do we have? If again, you're not sure, make an active voice sentence. Say I. And which one of these words sound good? I waste? Yeah, that sounds good. I said, that's not present tense. We need present tense. We need base verb. So said is no good. I over? Nah. I dispose? Yeah, dispose sounds good. I down? I'm going to say no because down is straight up a slang, all right? If you know this slang, it means chug, down it. It means drink all your alcohol right now. We ain't speaking that kind of English here. So down ain't a verb, okay? I rid, now that ain't a verb. I away, that ain't a verb. So you got 2, waste and dispose. So which one sounds good to you? Goes to waste, goes to dispose. Hopefully you have heard that before, goes to waste. The reason is because it just means that you're not using something and you're wasting it. That's what it means by goes to waste. So waste is the answer, and we can actually prove it again on the next one, because the next one down here, or not the next one, but this one has another answer we'll come back to. But you see how we have another 2 right here? What do you think? We have 2 options, right? We have waste or we have dispose because we need to have an infinitive. And right here, dispose of, waste of. Okay? They both sound good. Okay? But here, it doesn't sound good with goes to dispose. So that's why here you wouldn't say, yeah, waste sounds good here, but you can't use dispose here. So that's why dispose has to go here. Dispose of it. It means to throw it away. Okay? Dispose of it if you haven't heard it before. And then lastly, right here, we have some clues. What are they? We have a preposition. Why is that significant? What kind of word usually go in front of a preposition? Usually a noun. Usually, most of the time. It can be other things, but usually a noun. So we look here. You see this right here? This has got to be the noun. How do we know? Because it's plural. When it's a plural noun, that's the noun. You can't have another noun afterwards, right? The plural noun is the noun. So, if we have the noun here, verb, hand, things, we have the noun, the verb here, the noun, and then a preposition. What could this be? This is where we think about the phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs, okay? When you have two prepositions next to each other. Because there's nothing else you can put in here. You can't put an adjective here. You can't put an adjective after the noun. You can't put another verb. And we don't have those things anyways. All we have here are verbs and pretty much prepositions. Okay? So let's see which one sounds good. It has to be a phrasal verb. It means a verb and a preposition that goes together. Hand things over, hand things down, hand things away. Oh shit. All of them sound good, huh? Now, we need to understand the phrasal verb. So this is the key word, reuse. Reuse. It means to use something again. All right? So that's the clue. The reason is because for those of you who have brothers and sisters, preferably older ones, when they don't need something anymore, more often than not, they give it to you, right? So you can reuse it. Probably clothes. And that is actually called hand things down. Oops, why didn't it go in the blank? There you go. Hand things down to the next generation. It means to pass it on so you can reuse it. That is the phrasal verb. Of course, there's hand things over and hand things away, but it doesn't have the reuse meaning. Hand things over means like, oh man, you're going to take this from me? Here, you can have it. And hand things away is like you don't want it. You give it to somebody. But it doesn't mean reuse. It can be brand new. Reuse is the clue. I hope that helps, ladies and gentlemen.